Well, hello, my revolutionary people. So, after my last video, I started being punished again. Now, it looks like the town of Edgewood, New Mexico is more like my family than I ever suspected. The propane tanks all over town are open. There's even people in the grocery store parking lot who have propane tanks in the back of their truck. It's shocking. And the propane tank that's underground in the Walmart parking lot is back on and hissing. And I went to the graveyard here, and the dead people here are relatively calm, like super pretty calm. They didn't have anything to do with this mess. This is all like my mom's generation of people, and who are torturing my people, my generation of people with Asperger's or autism. I guess it's both, and or. And I went by the elementary school here. They had the biggest propane tank of all. I don't know what you use propane for at elementary school other than making children's eyes swollen. I told y'all on my blog, I told y'all about how when my mom was trying to prove to me that she was a good person, when I went over to her house during this run, when she had an opportunity to try and kill me, was when she showed me that picture. I think it was 3rd or 4th grade, and we all had the swollen eyes. Well, it looks like that might not just be an Oregon thing. I thought this was different over here. I thought New Mexico was like somewhat safe. Like, it's free of the military bases, so there's still retired veterans here. Why are we torturing children? I love children. They're so beautiful and so pure and just amazing. And we're torturing them like every day at public schools. Like, we already knew the food was awful, and I thought it was just because we were being cheap. But no, we're literally being cheap and we want to poison them? This is blowing my mind. It continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger the longer I go through this. I can feel the lead gas in my teeth right now. It's literally propane. So this is what King of the Hill was all about. It's funny, but it's not. These people are more like my family than I ever would have guessed. How much more am I gonna find out? Like, why didn't they just ever tell me about this stuff? At what point did they decide that I didn't need to be on the secrets of the world? And how come you all are in on it and you're okay with it? This is not okay. How is this ever okay? So this has to be bigger than just like my Asperger's people, right? And my group home people. It has to be. It can't just be that. It's maybe not just my family. I don't know. Why are these people so vicious? They're protecting their way of life. But why is this their way of life? Now I understand why my message of love is so threatening to people, which is just nuts. And I went and got new water. Kroger's water has lead in it. It didn't like 2 days ago when I bought one, but today it does. It's still better than the ones in Oregon or Utah. These people aren't used to lead. They don't eat and drink it as much. The people in Oregon, I think, have it the worst. I don't know why. So yeah, this is day 43, part 2, and everything got bigger again. I'm shocked again. How can people be so... They're protecting their way of life. They're doing what they believe to be right. I believe everyone does what they believe to be right. Even serial killers, they believe that killing other people is right. I believe loving other people is right, exploring our potential is right, loving your animals is right. Dear Humane Society, I know you use dogs to test your lead bombs, and whenever they're not using the lead bombs any longer, they're just using the propane. But when they use the lead bombs and they're in a car, there's always a dog in the car because I leave the windows open just a tiny bit, and the dog always looks so fucking happy. And my dog Haywood, he has lupus, and I also had a girlfriend from when I was little who had lupus, and now I'm putting the dots together, and it's from lead poisoning. She was also the shortest kid in our class, and lead exposure during childhood makes you super short. I was one of the shortest kids too, and lupus is lead exposure. It's overexposure to lead, and it's with the fucking bombs because they do it to the dogs too to test the bombs. I also, when I worked at the group home, one of the guys that worked there, he used to work at the Humane Society, and he used to be a biker and all this stuff. So, like, it's all fucking connected. It's all fucking connected. And I love Hunter S. Thompson because I used to write a magazine column, and so, like, once he hung out with the bikers, what was it, the Hells Angels or something, like, his stuff was just never the same. I think it's because they started poisoning him because he knew too much. That's what they do to me too, so it just makes sense. Okay, I want to make this not so long because I want to get it up, but day 43, part 2, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's maybe more than my family. It might not just be the Kuderov family. I think that's where a large part of it stems, though, and these people are just protecting their way of life here in Edgewood, New Mexico. Let's think of something positive here. When you do what's right, when you take action and you do what you believe to be right, you should really consider if you're hurting other people. If you're hurting other people, maybe it's not right. We should definitely think about that more. I love you people, my revolutionary people. Don't give up.